Well, it turns out that I wouldn't even have had to do all of this, because when I looked in the literature, there is in fact a service bulletin covering water pump failures. So I've looked around and I think I have all the pieces for the kit that it takes to convert it over. So just give me a second and let me get it mocked up for you. There, I think that'll fix it. External cooling pump, and it fixes our gas tank issue because the external cooling pump has a built-in gas tank. So if we just plumb this into there, we should be golden. You gotta pull start your water pump, but other than that, I really don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. All right, welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and this is the little 1250 we bought here a while back, and I've been working on it, doing all kinds of things, and so this video is all over the place. It's clips from the last couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and we'll just have to go through this video so you can see what point we're up to now. And then hopefully we'll move past this hodgepodge video and get on to actually accomplishing something. But here we go. This is the oldest clip, and it'll just keep going in chronological order. And this was probably, like I said, about maybe 2 weeks ago or so. So here we go. All right, this project is breaking my brain because it's just in a mess right now. And that's hard to handle. I got too much mess of stuff going on. I need to put tools away. I need to get this finished where it's drivable so it's out of our hair. But for today, we're going to take a look at some more stuff that came. First of all, I took this off that other parts tractor, so we will get, maybe if I can do this without knocking stuff down, we need to get this piece out so we have it for this pump, and then we can adapt it to put a hose on because it should protrude up in there quite a ways. So we'll have to heat that, I'm sure, to get it loose. But we'll make it happen. If not, we will make a plate and make our own thing this away. Nextly, here we have this pulley here, which consequently I realized the other day what they did is they just wrapped a band around the old one and then they welded it all the way around. So technically underneath that is this pulley, but who has time to grind that loose? Let's see. There's the original fan for one of these. Look how teeny it is. Look how teeny it is. Everything is so small and lightweight, which kind of concerns me that I hope that pump isn't too heavy and destroy something. But what else have we got in our bag of tricks? Well, there's the original pulley, and somewhere in there is the original spacer. That's heavy. That's all cast iron. So you see what they were going for there? It's got dowel pins on each piece to line it up, and then it just had a bolt through the center. And then our other little tube, our bypass tube, is teeny tiny compared to, yeah. So that won't work for us, but it's nice to have in case we ever have to go back to original. And then this piece here, which has been sitting in rotten cardboard or something, this is the factory pump adapter piece. This is the block side, bolts to the block, and then your pump bolted here. And you can see, looking at this, somebody said round the corners on the adapter plate. This is why I didn't, because I need this flat part to put something up here so we can get air cleaner bolts. And it's going to be close. I wondered how it was going to be. They need to be right on the edge of this, but I can make that happen. It's going to have to be a little bit forward of it, and then we'll have to tweak the bracket on the air cleaner to make that happen. But I hit the height. I think I hit it pretty darn close, really. I mean, so I think we'll be fine. That's a much later in the process thing that we're gonna have to do. I don't know where to go from here either. I just have a feeling that when I take this off, this is not just gonna pop right off of there. I have a feeling it's gonna be a struggle of sadness, and I'm probably gonna have to pull the whole thing off, put a puller on it. It'd be cool if it would come off of there, but I doubt it will. So that's in our plans. He's making us a fan spacer, like I said, so that'll be good. Just little things, you know, to wrap this up. I would like to, well, okay, so new parts that came today. Very unorganized. These are not going to be usable. They're the wrong size. Got to figure that out. I want a sediment bowl, but nobody made what I wanted. This is off of a Fordson Major, and I'm going to make a little bracket and have it out here about where the original one was, and then just line from this to the tank, and then from this to the fuel pump. The problem is everything's got different threads. This is 1/2-inch UNF threads, and I've got fittings coming for that. The tank, I thought, was going to be these, because I thought these were 14 millimeter. But what I'm going to have to do probably is go to the fuel injection shop and see if he's got something, if this fuel pump is the winner. It looks like, what I'm saying is these are too big for this fuel pump. You'll see in a second. So I learned some things. This is factory. This needs to be on there. However, this one's destroyed. So our choices are lather it up with some sealer and go again, or I ordered one that's not quite that shape, but it looked to be that thickness. So if that works, we might have to go that route. But that's not really what's important right now. Let me pull this back off of here, and we'll take a gander and see if this is gonna do what we wanted. When you're making things that nobody has done, sometimes you have to buy parts and hope that you didn't waste your money on parts, because that's just the way. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff you buy nowadays, nobody has a very good description of specifications and diagrams that would tell you what you need to know. So a lot of times you have no idea what the thread size is going to be. You have no idea what, you know, the back of it's going to look like. And that's kind of why I bought. How rude, camera, to shut off while I'm talking. But anyway, these pumps are driven with a rod, which I don't have, but I ordered one that I hope is the right length. We will have to probably custom do that. But you can see the old versus the new pump. And why did I arrive at this? Well, for A, it showed a picture of the backside and it looked kind of similar. This is off of a Fiat car. And for B, I saw another guy who had a 1250 gas for sale on Facebook, and he had a brand new pump that looked just like this on it. So that told me that that would probably work. He gave me the phone number of a guy he got it from, but I'm guessing that guy got the same thing that I got. So, you know, what's the difference? That'll go on there just fine. But now I have to find I need to find fittings that screw in there for A. It'd be cool if, there's my, no, that's not gonna work. See, there's my factory out of the tank fitting, and I bet that is the same as that one that we got in the bag. So maybe those are 14 millimeter, but this definitely is not. So we're gonna have to find some that go in there, banjo style, to make it look nice. And like I said, we'll get that pin the right way, and then we should be good to go as far as that goes. We may want to take it apart and clock it different. I don't know. You see the inlet and the outlet. Maybe we want to go, you know, maybe we want the outlet over here and run a line. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't think it would hurt to have the other one come out here. I don't think it'll be out of the way are in the way too much, but that is neither here nor there. You can see what the original did. It kind of went in the backside here, and then it came out over there, so maybe we want to do that. All right, this video has been filmed over the course of like, I don't know, 2 weeks. A lot of sadness has happened, including me getting sick after school starting, being around children and their diseases. So it's taken me a little bit here to get going, but I think we've accumulated every piece we need now, including the fuel tank, which Jason got done. So we'll bring that back down here and try to start putting stuff together. I got the fuel pump pin, which is consequently too long, and then this was cracked, so I ordered another one that looked like it, and it actually is thicker, so I'm hoping that maybe that is what it takes, the difference, you know what I'm saying? We'll unbox those in a minute. Mystery objects in bubble wrap, if you haven't guessed already what they are. I'm not entirely sure that this is really coming around very good, in and out like it should. I just feel like there's very, very small movement. I should probably get the battery rigged up. Well, I can't do that now because I robbed the battery that we were using. But if I could get a battery so I could crank it over and watch that pin, you know, go in and out. My worry was on the other one, it pretty well had that deal maxed out without even being there, and I don't want it to have busted this pump. I feel like this one is more on the order of what it should be. I just wish I knew if I was where I needed to be. I need to turn it over and try to figure out where the maximum in and out is. And then who knows, you know, maybe this pump doesn't take a lot for it to do its thing, which I could see very easily that was the case, you know. It wouldn't necessarily have to have a tremendous amount of travel because it wouldn't have to have a tremendous amount of volume. It would just constantly be supplying what's there, you know. So we're gonna give it a try anyway. At some point here, and then maybe at least we can see if this is going to be an option, or if we need to just put the old one back on and forget it and use the electric clicky clack job. But that's coming along. Sadly enough, I think I actually found an original style water pump that would work. Somebody clued me in on a Fiat 311 or a 315, and it used the same pump, and the ones that they sent me a picture of, it's two pieces. I think the front half of the pump would bolt to the adapter piece that you're supposed to have for this tractor, so I don't know. I got this all rigged up now. I really hate to undo it, so we're gonna roll with this first and then see what happens, and if it doesn't work at all, then we'll pursue the other route. Let's unbox this. I looked around on the old internet machine and I found something I thought we needed. In the far-off land of Kanadistan, as in Canada, I found a set of these CM lights. I don't know what kind of vehicle they were on, but these are the lights that fit this tractor. Obviously they're not painted the right color for this, but we will fix that. We'll take this loose out of this bracket they were in, And there's our two, you know, conical nuts there. Or what I'm saying is the outside piece here is dished. Is that the right word I want to use? Yeah, dished. This washer is cupped, and then they squeeze together on there, and then you double nut it so it stays where you put it. But they appear to be solid. We'll have to do our light conversion like we did to Freddy, which has limited success because it turns out as you grind glass, it weakens it. So yeah. But anyway. Let's try not to cut ourselves. Yes. So that's sweet. I think we got original style headlights here. So, what else do I have? Well, we might as well round out our unboxing with the final piece of this puzzle. I don't know if you'll sit there or not nicely. I ordered everything's got a different fitting now because of the way that it is. And I've been trying to put together things I could make it work. So this had better be 14 millimeter. And it is, thank goodness. Because I was having a terrible, terrible time finding stuff that would work. And I hope that that will be not too long that it's going to bottom out, because it kind of feels like it's pretty dang long. We might end up having to put 2 copper washers on each bolt to get it where it goes the correct amount. Because it looks to me like it's going to be right there, you know, right there. I could get thicker copper washers too. That would probably also help. But my plan here, if it's not clear of why I'm doing this, I hope that this original pump will work so that I can eliminate the clicky clack and go back to, well, there we go. Go back to some amount of order here. I've got this style sediment bowl, which consequently it has, what was it, 1/2 inch UNF thread, which I believe is British thread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it. Here's the original brace that was up front used to, that the coil went on, and I'm thinking that I'm going to just repurpose it for this and bolt it to that back plate when I get that, in which case what I will need is, if I can find it all, this came out of the tank and it screws right into this, watch me, for whatever reason I thought it did. Maybe it won't now, probably just because I'm trying to explain things. It's kind of bizarre. But what I'm thinking is, if this really is what it appears to be, I will put one of these in the tank and then jumper it out. No, I have a little ball valve somewhere too that came. I don't know if it's got here yet or not. And then I want to make it where I can shut the fuel off, but then it'll go through this sediment bowl filter, and then it'll go down to our pump, and then life will be grand, and everybody will be happy singing a song. But basically, I wasn't sure if there's going to be enough clearance back here when we're done for a barb on the backside. So if I use that fitting there and stick the other one out of the tank, I can regulate the height accordingly and get everything where it needs to go. Fuel hose to our pump, and then make another line that goes up to run to our carburetor, and then this part will be also done. It's become a mess. It looks like a sloppy mess of sadness, but that's what it has to be while we sort this out, because it was just too much. I couldn't handle all of what was going on. So that's where we're going to leave this one, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.